Hello, welcome back to the show. Now we're doing Aladdin, and when I was a small little nipper, Aladdin on the Mega Drive was one of my favourite games. It just really was. But I barely played the SNES version, and I'd never played the Master System version before. So coming back 30 years later, 30 years, and I completed all three, which you can see in the long play, they're a lot more different than I expected. Let's talk about that. Now, let's talk about why I like the Mega Drive version as a kid, right? It was a game. It had it all. You had a sword, you threw apples. And before you judge the apple throwing aspect of this game, imagine getting hit by an apple. It bloody hurts. It would hurt. It it would break your bloody bean off, wouldn't it? And the sword. But yeah, I love the levels. I love the music. It was a great game. It wasn't too hard. It wasn't too easy. It was the perfect length for that time. It was just good. And I managed to complete it as a kid. And that was an achievement. Whenever you're young and you complete a game, it's like, yes, you can't do that these days because games are over 100 hours long. What kid's got that sort of time on the hands? All of them. What stood out to me, as I said, was the animation, the sword combat, the music, having the iconic songs just going on in the background. Got you in the mood. It got you in the mood. And this was different to the other games I was playing. For example, Streets of Rage 2, the Marios, the Sonics, all of them. It's totally different because it was not familiar, apart from with the film. So you had the scenes that you knew from the film. You had new mechanics like standing on hot coals. It was a good platforming game, as in you went up as well as sideways. It was a great idea and a great game, and it really brought what we know of Aladdin, the street rat. Now, the SNES version, I played very briefly. When talking to you about briefly, I mean I turned it on, done it about 5 minutes, turned it off because I hated the animation style of that game, and it felt slow. Coming from the Mega Drive version to that was slow, and for that reason, I couldn't connect with the game. And this is my memories as a kid. I'll tell you how I feel now in a minute. That's what I should say. But I just couldn't connect with it because I wanted to get back on the Mega Drive version, and that's because I don't think I found it harder because I didn't play it long enough. The controls felt crap, and you didn't have a sword. And it just felt sluggish compared to the Mega Drive version. There's not much more you can say about the SNES version than that from my memories, but we will go back to that and we'll talk about it, right? Now, I'm not going to talk about the Master System version yet because I never played that as a kid, but we'll get onto that in a minute, right? Now, let's talk about what I know the most, the Mega Drive version. Does it hold up now? Now I've played it. Yes, it does. And I love the game still. It's a great game. It's a great, great game. And Disney made some difficult games on Lion King. But this game was made by Virgin Media, was it? But it really, really did a good job and it's still enjoyable because of that. It's replaying it now. I think it's actually easier than I remembered as a kid. It's because you can look at patterns easier. So yeah, I'd say it's easier now. The SNES version now, my opinion has changed on it. It's a much better game than I gave it credit for when I was younger. I think it may have been aimed at the slightly older kids. The Mega Drive you could play with at 10. Maybe the SNES was more for 12-year-olds because I played around 10. So 12-year-olds between 10 and 12 is a big difference at that age. You learn so much in them 2 years. So maybe it was aged around there. But yeah, now playing it now, I think it's a great game. It's a great game. Where it felt sluggish and it felt all of those. Now it feels like a strategy game almost. Like you gotta make the jumps to hang off the edge of a cliff to pull yourself up, and it's more about strategizing rather than just going through button mashing. And I appreciate it a lot more because of that, because you had to think about the game, and I enjoyed. I really did enjoy that. Now I want to talk to you about the Master System version, right? And this is going to be a bit longer than the other versions because this is the first time I've ever played this version. My first impressions was the I thought it was just going to be a running game when I turned it on because your first two levels, you're just running and jumping over things, which I was all right with because it's a Master System. I got to the cutscenes. Man, the cutscenes really dragged out. And bear in mind, this game is the newer of the three games, believe it or not. Even if it's on an old system, it's the newer of the three games. So the cutscenes really dragged out, and it kind of took the immersive away because you were playing smaller gameplay windows to them cutscenes. But when you did get into the levels where you weren't just running and you had control and you were playing, it was more of a puzzle game. So this was actually the puzzle about the three games, and I really enjoyed it. And I want to just say, right, this is an 8-bit system, and it had the best version of Jasmine on any of the three games. It had her original clothes from the film, not just the same. She looked the part. It was brilliant, and also Aladdin looked the part. I think the animations of the sprites were better than the other two games, even though the other two games, the Aladdin looked like Aladdin. But I just feel like when I turned the Master System on, it wowed me. It wowed me because I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting them to look that good. I was surprised at how good they looked. I really enjoyed the game more than I thought I was going to when I first started that first level. When I started that first level, I was thinking to myself, I can't do this series. This is the video that I don't know if I can be able to do because I'm going to be bored to death. But the game got so much better. So if you've ever just turned it on and not tried to go further in it, turn it on again and just go. It gets so good. And go and check out my long play and have a look at it because I'm telling you now, you will not be disappointed. Now, I'm going to talk about all three games against each other, right? The combat. Now, the Master System didn't have any combat. You threw stones to daze them so you can run past, which I was okay with because it's an 8-bit system. The SNES, you threw apples at them. Take that as you will. Apples bloody hurt, as I said at the beginning of this video, right? I won't want one thrown at me, but still, he's got. I think he can carry 100 apples. Now, I challenge you to go and carry 100 apples around and do some jumps. Take that as you will. The Mega Drive had the best combat out of them all. I think we can all say that, right? Because you had the sword. The Just so you know, the Master System had the sword. I think was it the Master System? I think at some point you had the sword, couldn't use it. I was excited when I saw it, couldn't use it. I don't think it was later on in the SNES version. I think it was the Master System. I could be wrong. It's on the long play, but whichever version it is, that you get the sword at some point, you can't use it. And if you can, let me know how. But I couldn't find a way. Um, the platforming, I think the Master System had the best platforming. Because when you're running, right, you doing the jumping and stuff, and then when you actually playing, when you're not running, I enjoyed that platforming more. I really like the Mega Drive platforming, and I like the Mega Drive game. I love the levels, but I'm telling you now, the Master System surprised me. The SNES platforming was quite good, but in my mind, as I'm speaking to you now, you know how games change about which one's better. The platforming in my mind is Master System. That's the one that I'm going back to, and for some reason, the pacing of the Master System is faster than the SNES. You take that as you will. The Mega Drive runs smoothly. The Master System is quite smooth. It's hard to get your run on. The SNES is clunky. Good, It's good. It's good platforming, but it's clunky. But yeah, when I say get you run on the Master System, I don't mean the running levels. I mean the normal levels where you're actually playing, not just jumping. You got to double tap the direction to run, and sometimes you won't run, and you got to get that run to make the jumps. That can be a little frustrating. Now, between all three versions, my favourite animation style, see, it's always been the Mega Drive, but the Master System surprised me. I think it's the Mega Drive because of the swords and the combat. Like the fact that when you throw an apple at one of the bigger lads, his pants fall down. That's funny. That's some good comedic moments. So yeah, our animation style for me is the Mega Drive. The SNES is it's good. It's not as good as the Mega Drive. The Master System surprised me. Um, it's a lot more basic than the SNES. I think it'd be hard to say that it looked better than SNES. But my personal preference, I prefer the animation style of the Master System to the SNES. Let me know your feelings because you could be thinking, "What is he on about?" The smoothest feeling game is the Mega Drive, of course, which I thought back when I was a kid. I think now the Master System was smooth. SNES not smooth. Um, the most responsive is the Mega Drive, then the Master System, then the SNES. Now, let's talk about aging of the games. The Mega Drive's animation has aged so well that they re-released it today and didn't do anything to it, didn't they? They put it on a two-game sale for your PS5 or was it PS4? Xbox One or Series X, whatever, of Aladdin and Lion King together because they aged so well on the Mega Drive. The SNES one hasn't aged well. It's still playable, it's still fun. You still have fun with it. And the Master System ain't going to age well, is it? Because it's an 8-bit system. It's still fun, though. Still great. But the Mega Drive one, a kid can watch Aladdin, really like the Aladdin film, and say to you, Dad, Mum, I'd love to play an Aladdin game. Crack this one out because it's exactly what you'd want from watching the film. It's that good. The music, right, in all three games is superb. Mega Drive beats it because I don't know why. I think it beats it. I prefer the Mega Drive, but that could be a personal opinion because of my experiences, you know. The Master System blew my socks off because it's an 8-bit system and they didn't have the music capacity as the other two games. And it was really good. But the SNES was better than the Master System, and the SNES was also good. But my personal favourite is the Mega Drive, then the SNES, then the Master System on the music. But all are outstanding and all are tunes that you know. Let's talk about level designs, right? The Mega Drive level designs are awesome. The SNES level designs are alright, apart from this, the Genie levels. The SNES is better for me than the Mega Drive's Genie level. The Mega Drive's Genie level is so frustrating. And the SNES is frustrating, but I think I'll get more frustrated at the Mega Drive than the SNES. And the Master System just thought, I won't do a Genie level, which I was not quite happy with because I played the Master System last and I didn't want to do another Genie level. I play these games to bank. You tell me. Why did I do it? Anyway, let's talk controls. This is interesting. We know that the Mega Drive had 3 buttons. The SNES had your 4 buttons and trigger buttons, and your Master System had 2 buttons, right? So, Mega Drive on the controls was perfect. Master System's a little bit clunky, as I said, for me. The SNES is clunky, sorry. The Master System is basic. You had 2 buttons. There's not much more you can say. Apart from I didn't like the running on the Master System because it was unresponsive. But the SNES one did what it needed to do. It wasn't that hard that it was unplayable. You know, you can pick up and play, but it just wasn't the Mega Drive. It just wasn't the Mega Drive. The difficulty spikes in the game are the Genie levels. You know, your end bosses. The Master System one's easiest. by far. Then the Meg no, then the SNES is easier. I think the hardest one might be the Mega Drive for me. I found them all quite easy to complete though. Repetition value. I wouldn't play the SNES one again. I've obviously played the Mega Drive one a few times in the past. So that's must have repetition value. Otherwise, I wouldn't be playing it now. The Master System probably won't play it again. Can't promise I won't, but I don't think I would. And now I'm going to do something that I never do. I'm going to rank these games between themselves, which from third place to first place, and I'm really stuck here, right? I'm gonna just do it on my personal opinion. Third place, SNES. So many people are going to disagree with me. Second place, Master System. First place, Mega Drive. I honestly think Sega made better Disney games than the SNES from what I've experienced so far. And I would recommend you to play if you got one to play the Mega Drive version. It's the all rounder. It's the one that's got the most fun appeal, and that's one I would recommend you to play. So if I had to go back and play it, just one of them games again, if I or if someone's come to me and says you got one chance to play one of these three games, which game are you playing? I'm going Mega Drive, and I'm happy with that, and I'm really happy with that, and I hope that you will tell me what your game would be if you had to play one. So please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in 2 weeks after next week's long play. See you later.